something. I saw this yesterday. Hopefully I can find it. I saw this yesterday. So one of the things that RFK Jr. speaks on, hide this for a second, that he's very passionate about is the health of our children. He speaks about the fact that 50% of our kids are growing up in obesity. Hold on, let me actually just go to it. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this because I thought that this was necessary. I thought that this is necessary. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Let me go to my bookmarks. May need to bring in my other phone real quick. Hold on. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because I timestamp a lot of this stuff. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see this. All right, hold on. Wait, is it in my notes? Hold on one second. I have it in my notes. Don't even trip. We got it queued up. I want y'all to see this real quick. I want y'all to see this. Let me share the screen. X. Hold on. All bookmarks. Where's RFK Jr.? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not sure I bookmarked it. I want to go to RFK Jr.'s speech that he put this is when he announced that he would no longer that he was suspending his presidency, his bid for presidency. Hold on. I have to show y'all this. You have to see it. All right.
System collapse, who had mitochondrial dysfunction, and no other country has anything like this. 2/3 of American adults and children suffer from chronic health issues. 50 years ago, that number was less than 1%. So we've gone from 1% to 66%.
Bear with me, and I know I played this video yesterday.
In America, 74% of Americans are now overweight or obese, and 50% of our children,
74% of Americans are overweight or obese.
66%. In America, 74% of Americans are now overweight or obese, and 50% of our children. 120 years ago, when somebody was obese, they were sent to the circus. There were case reports done about them. Obesity was almost unknown. In Japan, the childhood obesity rate is 3% compared to 50% here.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Childhood obesity, 50% here, 3% over there. Now I want to go back. This is what we got to do for you, Lawrence. Lawrence, you got an entire team. You should be on this. Little old me, I'm doing this just by myself.
Robert Kennedy Jr. told many lies in his speech announcing his obscene embrace of Donald Trump and his flagrant and inexplicable effort to desecrate and trample and set fire to my father's memory.
Set fire to my father's memory. What a horrible thing to say, right? What a horrible thing to say, that RFK Jr. is setting fire to his father's memory. So let's take a look at what his uncle said. Let's take a look about what his uncle said. Obviously, his father and uncle were very much aligned. I want y'all to take a look at this. I want you to take a look at this. Hold on, let me share this. JFK. Listen to what JFK said.
There is nothing, I think, more unfortunate than to have.
Go lose some weight. It's not good for your health.
There is nothing, I think, more unfortunate than to have soft, chubby, fat-looking children. I hope that all of you will join, and everybody in the United States, to make sure that our children participate fully in a vigorous and adventurous life.
This footage is from one of the 4,000 U.S. high schools that followed La Sierra's physical education program that was pushed to be the standard model.
You just heard JFK. JFK, what's so funny is if a presidential candidate, let's say if RFK Jr. said, there's these soft, chubby, fat looking children, or if Trump said that, you get in trouble for saying that. This is what RFK Jr. is prioritizing in his campaign. His family members are acting as if he's tarnishing the Kennedy legacy. But then when you actually look at what the Kennedys, his uncle, the president, JFK, and his dad, Bobby Kennedy, were really pushing, you see this.
There is nothing, I think, more unfortunate than to have soft, chubby, fat-looking children. I hope that all of you will join, and everybody in the
But we got good old Lawrence on here saying that he's referencing, relating RFK Jr. to a serial killer and cannibalist. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So I want to show y'all, there was a couple different videos that I saved on. There's a couple different videos. We're done with you, Lawrence. We're done with you. There's a couple videos that I wanted to show y'all that detailed a little bit, maybe more clearly, on what Zuckerberg, what his admission has created. Take a look at this video. We'll only listen to the beginning. Hold on. Take a look at it. Good old Fox and Friends. For all the people that hate Fox, y'all gonna be, just bear with the video. I hate all of them. So there we go. But let's take a look at this.
Mark Zuckerberg admitting Facebook was pushed by the Biden-Harris administration to censor Americans' content. In a letter sent to the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, the Meta CEO explained, quote, in 2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when we didn't agree. I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. Enes Kanter Freedom is a human rights activist, former NBA player, and he joins me now. Enes, great to see you as always. Rings a little hollow to me 4 years after the fact. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's good for him that he finally came out and said something, but I think it's a little too late, buddy. This is, to me, this is an election interference and treason. I hear many people saying that this is a crime against humanity. The question is, I actually want to ask this to our audience, does he actually regret it, or is it because he got caught? I
Great question to ask.
And Mark Zuckerberg should be held accountable for interfering in our election. And please do not let them off the hook. They knew what they were doing, and they thought they.
If this was a Russian agency, corporation, I'm referring to Meta, and they did what Mark Zuckerberg is acknowledging to doing, what would we say? We would say that a candidate, let's say if Trump did this, we would say that Trump bullying Meta to censor certain things with COVID, to demote certain articles from coming out because of pressure from the FBI, pressure from the pressure from the Trump administration. I'm just giving you, if it was on the other side, what would happen? If they were working with any organization, especially let's say if it was an organization that was outside of America, they would say, oh my God, he was colluding to take over and become a dictator. And he was doing all this stuff where he didn't value, American citizens. He was prioritizing the all of this other stuff, right? They would say he's a traitor. He should be, they would, just like they were saying at Hillary Clinton's recent speech, which is so funny. Lock him up, talking about Trump. Lock her up. Lock her up.
They can expect to get away with it. I mean, this is complete and direct violation of the First Amendment, and it is unacceptable.
Well, the mea culpas didn't stop there from Zuckerberg. He also mentioned suppressing information, speaking of, election interference, about Hunter Biden's laptop. But bigger picture here, Enes, what do you make of this general acceptance by the left and the governments that are leftist, if you will, to censor speech and basically to use the government and the courts in order to do so. I'm looking at what's happening over in France with the Telegram CEO, and it's almost like if the left doesn't agree with something, they're not confident anymore just saying, oh, we don't like that, stop it. They're going to use their power to stop it. What do you make of that?
I mean, exactly. They're not confident enough. I mean, I'm so happy that, Elon Musk finally, took over Twitter, and now we can actually have some free speech in our world, not only in our country, but in our world. This is getting crazy, but to me, this is definitely unacceptable. It's
not right. Speaking of something that's unacceptable to you, the NBA.
Yeah. Very simple. Very simple. Like I said, we're gonna wrap it up, but I just want to remind us, is what I said in the beginning of the show. This cannot be Democrat versus Republican. We all lose. The country loses when it's just Democrat versus Republican. I'm sure there's been times where maybe the Republicans were lying more than the Democrats, or the Republicans weren't as aligned principle. I don't know. I'm just saying it. I don't care. Right now, the Democrats are a problem. The agendas that are being pushed by Kamala Harris, that were pushed by Joe Biden, they are problems. The Republicans have problems too, which is why, let me be very clear. Just so y'all all know, I said I said I couldn't vote for Trump. I'm an RFK guy. I said that I could not vote for Trump. The only reason why I'm reconsidering it is obviously because RFK Jr., the person that I support, the person that I appreciate for taking all the heat that came along with him wanting to go against Big Pharma, for him wanting to go against the FDA, for him wanting to call out the politicization of these government agencies, which is what Mark Zuckerberg is talking about right now. I appreciate RFK for doing what he did. And matter of fact, it's funny. iRock said, what did you write? I missed the comment, but I saw you write earlier that I wonder if Zuckerberg, hearing about what RFK Jr. said, is making him realign things. Maybe that convinced him to write that letter. Maybe he felt the need to get ahead of something that may be coming if Trump wins with a guy like RFK Jr. in his cabinet, potentially. So I don't know. All I know is it's like, bro, like there have been arguments, families breaking up, all these different things. People dying because of disinformation, whether it's with COVID, and us arguing with each other about that. And because you guys censored one side of the debate, therefore, it almost looked like everybody who says like, yo, I'm not really cool with the vaccination, I don't want to take it, or I don't really believe this doesn't make sense. They villainized all these people. I lost friendships just because I was questioning things, and the very things that I was questioning, it's funny how they came out to be true on my side, the things that I was asking questions about, not even just standing on it because I didn't have enough information, but just challenging different sides where the other side would double down on certain stuff. You need to get the vaccine because it prevents the spread. No, it doesn't. No, it didn't. That's not what it was designed to do. Well, if less people have it, then that's not what it was designed to do. The lies about the demoting with Joe Biden's relationship with Hunter, or Joe Biden / Hunter Biden, and or we don't know what that is, and his relationship with the foreign entities receiving money, the laptop. People just blatantly lied. That's information that we should have in order to make decisions that are going to impact our lives, right? We, the people, we're supposed to be the ones that are voting for certain things based on real information and truth that is given to us by these news outlets, by the politicians, right? They're supposed to tell us the truth. Yeah, right. But now when you have the politicians lying, when you have the social media platforms censoring information, because we know this happened on Twitter as well, allegedly. Then we have the news pundits from these mainstream stations who are receiving the majority of their funding from big corporations, big pharma, and the likes. How are we supposed to determine? And then we got the Smith-Mundt that allows propaganda to American citizens. How are we expected to make rational decisions, logical decisions, when all they do is give us lies and give us emotional things that are going to have us hating each other and living in fear? How? And maybe the most important question is, how do we not care? How do we not hold them accountable? We know that people are going to do anything to get $1. When we sit back and we look at these rappers that are giving poison to the community, we'll sit back and say, well, they're poisoning their own community. We know that there's always going to be a percentage of the population that will take a bag of money to violate their principles, morals, integrities, and value. We just know that. Now it's coming to light. So what are we going to do with it? And with that, I'm going to let y'all go. There's a lot for us to think about. Please like the video. If you're watching it live or if you're watching it later, that's going to help for the algorithm. We need to have as many people as possible engaging in these conversations. The truth has to come to light. Shout out to Cat Williams for predicting it. Maybe he set the tone in his interview with Shannon Sharp. We don't know, but appreciate y'all liking, share with a friend, share with a group. If you feel that, maybe you can't get through to some other people, sometimes it helps when you send the video of other people. I don't know, neither here nor there. Let them get mad at me. Don't let them get mad at you. We're not here to mess up relationships and families because of silly politicians using propaganda to create fear and divisiveness, division between all of us to have us hating each other. All right. So with that, appreciate y'all. I rock. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow AM. We got a show, the wake up. No, actually tomorrow we're not in the AM. Tomorrow we have our wind down show. So we'll be, I believe, at 9 p.m. Who knows what we'll be discussing, but I can guarantee you that there'll be some mention of some politics in there. So with that, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.